Hello, people. So, tonight I'm just going to talk about music and emotions. I'm just going to touch a little bit on the fact that, music's a good thing. Whether you come from a dark place or whether you're in a happy place or whether you just like pop music compared to rap music, it doesn't matter. So, the thing is, you have artists like One Direction and they'll sing pop music and they'll be really good for a time and place. And then you'll have rap music like Jay-Z. You'll have Dr. Dre, Slim Shady, and you'll have grime, which you've got Gigs, Stormzy, and various different artists like AJ Tracy. And wherever they're from, all over the country, there's just great musicians. And I just wanted to say that, music has a time and place, and we should respect people's stories and know where things are and what people do. Because at the end of the day, if a grime artist or a musician is making a song and that's representing an environment that people aren't familiar with, and you're being judgmental to that environment, who are you to judge that person's story? If they talk about criminality, guns and knives, and that's all they know and that's what they're surrounded by and that's everyday survival, walk down the street and hopefully make it home again, how are you going to change someone's perceptions of the world? And how do you deny someone's perceptions of the world when that's all they know? Like in Sheffield or in places in Rotherham and other places afar, Manchester, Birmingham and other places. How are you going to change someone's perception when that's all they know and that's how they survive? Go down the street, hopefully don't, come home and, have to go to the hospital, or hopefully come home and you're still alive. In places like Brixton and Peckham, where Gigs and everyone talk about their grime music, and Manchester and various different places, this is actually everyday living. So these people, they have no choice but to survive by hanging around with gangs or talking to gang members. And unfortunately, a lot of kids get, sucked into a world that they don't choose, but it just happens and they fall into a bad crowd and they know no better. So who has the right to say that that's right or wrong? Jay-Z said in one of his books that, there's not enough role models in the ghetto, so a lot of people just turn to the same old answers, which is criminality and gangsterism, and that's all they know, so that's all they're ever going to find, unfortunately. But music has a time and place, and it should always be respected. You should always keep yourself safe at all times and keep away from potential danger. But at the same time, if that's all you know, then listening to rap music, when you've come from a dark place and that's all you've known growing up, and then somehow you've become successful in what you want, why can't you listen to that music and relate to it? Because that's your way of relating to something, and that's your past, that's who you are, that's your personality, that's part of your makeup. You can't change that, but you should always respect a time and place for it, because this is real life for people and these are big conversations that people should talk about. And at the same time, everybody has a story, and music is a great thing. And music takes you away from the stresses of the day, the hardship of the day, the seriousness of the world. And when you're in a pandemic, sometimes listening to music can help. And like when you're struggling with mental illness, or you're just struggling and life's a drag, and sometimes you're grieving for whatever reason, and you're struggling and you want an escape from the world, and that's all you know, then music has a time and place. And I love listening to music. I like various different artists, from Pete Doherty to The Strokes to various different artists. I like grime. I'm trying to think of the Josh Homme, the Arctic Monkeys. I like them, and Queen of the Stone Age. And listening to music takes you away from the seriousness. So sometimes it helps you think about things. It helps you escape from the realities of what could have been, what might have been. And you know, what can't kill you makes you stronger. And sometimes when you come from a dark place, you find a better place. So Jay-Z said, give a little light to the dark. And sometimes when you've overcome the challenges of, you know, the environment you're in, you know, whatever you've had to face, sometimes the light pays respect to the dark, as long as you use it for a good cause and to help you push forward and do good. So always listen to people, speak to people where you can, and speak with a genuine interest that, you know, people are clever, people are interesting, and at the same time, music has a time and place, and music takes the emotion from you and helps you absorb the emotion and put it in perspective. As long as you can keep yourself in that good place, music can help you from time to time. So respect the struggle, respect people's perceptions of the world. Don't get dragged into stuff you don't need to get dragged into. But, you know, we all have a purpose, and, you know, even if you come from a dark, bad place, you should always, you know, have a little bit of faith that you can overcome things. Even if you're mentally ill, music can help you through things. You know, it's a form of defense mechanism, and it's a very good thing as long as you use it to the better of things. And, you know, what can't kill you makes you stronger. So listen to music, but let music take you to a good place, keep you in a good place, and make you a stronger person. Build your character up with it, and just enjoy the moment. Don't get too crazy. Just enjoy where you are and your perceptions of the world you've lived and you live in, and respect yourself and respect others, and enjoy life. And that's all I've got to say tonight. So thank you very much. Okay, respect.